Can we talk about the war in Iran? Can we do that for a moment? So, Donald Trump, without the help of Congress, or without asking for permission from Congress, right? Is that how it goes? He didn't ask. He didn't have. Who's the Colonel Powell of our time to go in front of the American people and say, from our intelligence have shown us that it's weapons of mass destruction, and we got to go over there and stop them from gaining these weapons of mass destruction, because if they get these weapons of mass destruction in their hands, then they're so evil and they're such horrible people that they will somehow have this huge effect on the world. It's like when you go through time, you have to be careful what you do when you go through time, because you don't want to interrupt anything, because you have this ripple effect. And a lot of times they say that when you create weapons of mass destruction, it would have a devastating ripple effect on humanity as we know it. So we have to take on these hard jobs of policing the world to make sure that they don't have weapons of mass destruction. So we convince people, the American people, and the Canadian people, and the Brazilian people, and the Mexican people, that there's this big boogeyman on the other side of the world. And they just spend most of their time creating nuclear weapons so that they can create these ripple effects throughout time. And this time around, I think Donald Trump figured, hey, we drop, 1,000 bombs a month on these people anyway, so I don't gotta ask no damn permission. Do whatever I want to do. I'm the president of them there United States of America, and Israel really wants me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. My daughter's married to one of them. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, that's what it is. They don't have to lie to the American people anymore. Like they lied to the American people about Venezuela drug dealing. Well, I mean, I'm not saying they ain't dealing, because I tried something from over there that was fire. I'm joking. I kid. I was looking for something from over there. Couldn't find it. But anyway. LJ is sitting next to me. My beautiful, contentious wife.
Excuse me?
The incomparable of minds. And we were talking about, we were listening to Matt Walsh. And he's just so matter-of-factly absurd. He's so absurd, he's so obtuse. He's so rude, shrewd, and crude about what we're doing over there. And I think we need to stop. Like, this is great money opportunity here, man. This is going to build. There's going to be stories told here. There's going to be movies made here. I mean, some of the best Vietnam movies. Some of the best movies were about Vietnam War. about World War II. Remember when Tom Hanks was out there trying to save this guy, Private Ryan? Come on. It's a lot of money. We're going to get some good movies, some good stories, love stories. There's going to be a woman talking about how she met that American soldier at the checkpoint and fell in love. And he fought everybody to get to her. My point is that you put on that uniform voluntarily and you think you're going to travel the world, right? And then you're going to brag about that lobster and steak you eat every other day. You're going to be on the internet bragging, look at this lobster and steak I got from the United States of America. Look how good I'm eating. And I'm traveling, I'm saving money. I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to become a cop. I'll be a sergeant in 2 years, making $185,000 a year. Thank you, U.S. government. Well, you know that comes with a cost. And sometimes you might have to go kick some ass. Sometimes you might have to be cannon fodder with your fat ass, only able to do 18 push-ups because you're in Army Reserves. You know who you are. Let's not play that game. And what about all the prostitutes that go to the U.S. Navy so they can work that boat, up and down that boat every weekend, getting that shmoney with $250,000 in their military accounts? How you think that happens?
This is a 15-minute hold up.
Oh, this is a 15-minute hold up? I have only 8-mile range. Look, we need gas. We'll be all right.
We should get off.
I'm definitely gonna get off.
155.
Yeah, probably. So I think war is a good economical thing. War is gonna help young people who are sitting around with all these bad thoughts, thinking that they're not nice people. See, war is bad for those people that want to go travel and get an education and stack money, or just want to work the ship and prostitute, all those women that are working those Navy ships, and they're all straight up whores getting paid and making mad money. Well, maybe those would be good for war. That mentality is always good for war. But you have 30 people a day in the United States of America that are taking their lives due to some sort of PTSD that's happened throughout their course of their military careers. And that probably would not be happening if we had some wars. Wars would be saving that number from 30 to maybe 5. And it's kind of crude to say something like that if we have a war, this war is probably gonna bring the suicide rate down, because most of these people that are ready to commit suicide will be too busy getting the Purple Heart, too busy saving lives, too busy kicking ass, so to speak. And I think that we need to stop playing around and stop going to these countries and spending 5, 10, 15 years in these countries under this ridiculous democracy crap. And we need to take over. We need to do what was done in Hawaii, and we need to do what was done in Puerto Rico. We need to offer these people a solution to the problem that we caused. And we're going to blame that problem on their government. And we're going to tell them that we're going to tell them the 9 most dangerous words. And that's, we are here from the government, and we're here to help. That's like 11. So I guess I was paraphrasing those 9 most dangerous words. And that was told to us by sitting president, the great, also incomparable, Ronald Reagan, an actor turned president. See, not much has changed. Some can argue that Donald Trump is an actor. You see what he did on the WWE, WWF, all that wrestling. Donald Trump fighting in the ring, bing, 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 bang, bang. Body slamming, throwing people on tables. That mentality makes a good president. So we can talk about how he's in the pocket of Israel. We could talk about how Israel has the Samson clause, and Donald Trump was afraid of the Samson clause. Remember Samson? Samson was the dude in the Bible that got his strength from his hair, from his locks. His hair was long and beautiful, and God put some sort of spell. I'm sure he was just regular, super strong, psychotic, schizophrenic. And this schizophrenic was in belief that his hair gave him all the strength. And a last-ditch effort to revenge some sort of situation, he was able to take the pillars and push the pillars, and the pillars, by being pushed, had some sort of domino and caused the Colosseum to collapse. And they say that the Jews, or Israel, uses that as a power tool. Like they use that. They say, yo, man, y'all don't give us what we want. We have to use that Samson clause, man. We're going to have to take these nukes that we got hidden throughout the world, hidden throughout New York, hidden throughout wherever, and we're going to let them off, man. We got to do what we got to do to protect ourselves. So, you got a bunch of people that believe that. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, if you look at nuclear weapons, you go to Nevada, all those big holes that they put in the ground for the nuclear weapons, you can plant crops on those things. All the Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, when they dropped those big boom, the Manhattan Project and the nuclear weapons, all that stuff right there was flourishing 1 year later. No nuclear winters, no fallout. That's all in the movies. These are just big ass bombs. They are atom bombs. But the radiation levels and all that kind of stuff is up for debate. What you gonna do? You gonna believe what they show you on TV? Huh? You wanna live forever, huh? You think Chernobyl, you can't go to Chernobyl and hang out over there? Pop a tent up and get the tent popping? Sure about that? So, there's a lot going on with nuclear weapons and the Samson clause and Trump having, being in the pocket of Israel. I know that every time Netanyahu talks, you got everybody keeps standing up. Like seals. Everybody over there in Congress looking like seals. Standing ovations, 48 standing ovations, 148 standing ovations, 320 standing ovations,
That's what he's saying.
495 standing ovations. How many standing ovations do you get, Mr. Netanyahu? Yahoo. Check them stocks in Yahoo. I want to see if Netanyahu's involved. Anyway, so we over there, we invaded Iran. Did we even invade the place, or we just bombed?
Yeah, we bombed them. We killed almost the highest.
You gotta speak this way, yeah, guy.
We killed the highest in the land.
What's that mean? We killed? We killed like their version of the president.
Yeah.
Is any proof?
Yeah, they admitted it.
They even said, "Oh, yo, y'all killed
Mm-hmm.
our guy."
Yes.
Maybe this was an opportunity for them to kill the guy, and we took the blame. You must not read espionage.
Mm-hmm.
You must not be into espionage book. To me, that's like the number one thing. Listen, y'all gonna come over here, y'all gonna drop these bombs, and we're gonna take this dude out. And we're gonna blame you. Is that all right? We can do that? Let's do that. We're gonna do that. And then this also shows you like what does that even mean? They killed their president. So what? Ain't there somebody right behind them coming? Who's next?
Well, they killed that person too, supposedly.
Well, then there's another person. Who's next after that person?
Trump.
So Trump is now the president of their country. Is that what you're saying?
That's what we're on the road to.
That's what we're on the road to? The Trump taking over as being president of that country?
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Really?
Well, when I say that'll be cool is that I think they should do what they did to Puerto Rico. I think they should do what they did to, what's it called? Hawaii. They took away Hawaii's religions. They took away Hawaii's languages. They infiltrated all those different islands. They were all individually tribed islands. And they went in there and they gave them welfare. And they went in there and they gave them schools and curriculums. And they lied. They had no military. They had no air force. And they just took it. The Puerto Rican people had no military, had no air force. And they basically gave them welfare. And they sold them a dream. It was all a dream. I put Pepper and every day up in the limousine. And it's like, we got a situation, mass destruction. We don't have to give them the weapon of mass destruction any longer. All we got to do is do whatever we want to do. That's the good thing with Trump. He's such a out there renegade, and he's in control of the military, and these generals are going to follow him, that they can go in there, they can take away their curriculums in schools, give them welfare, so to speak, and become the reaction solution that from the problem they cause. We have problem, reaction, solution. All we got to do is blame them for the problem, control the reaction with at least 9, 10, 11 months of martial law, checkpoints, interviewing these people individually, finding out who owns what, start getting the landlords to start getting rent, start letting the people, start letting them pay their rents, start letting the stores open up, and then take over, and that becomes another part of America. It should be a United States. It should be conquered. We should not be going over there bombing people and then acting like we're going to bring some sort of help to them. No. We need to go over there, bomb people, and take it over. Why are we bombing if we ain't going to take over? Why are people dying if we ain't going to take over? We should be having military in the streets, controlling the streets, controlling the ports, because you know Russia is going to be quick to bring in the AK-47s with the corn, with the tomatoes. They're going to be grenades with the passion fruit. You're going to have grenades in the passion fruit. They're going to be trying to have, little sectors and little like the Irish. Remember the Irish in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s. The Irish was coming up and they was not having it. They wanted Great Britain out of their country, get out of our country, and they had all these little people that were running around and they were lighting stuff up. They were blowing stuff up, and this is like your era, my mother's era. We didn't know a lot about it because we didn't know about international affairs like that. We didn't know that the Irish was getting it popping. We didn't know about that. But Iran could be in the same boat, but they need to be, instead of, you see, what Great Britain did was the British took over Ireland over 100 years before you and I and my mother and all this stuff. So they've been fighting the British. You know that whole William Wallace. William Wallace was that movie Braveheart.
Okay, I've heard of Braveheart.
Right. But in the movie Braveheart, it was the Irish that were fighting the British. So this is nothing this has been going on. But what I'm talking about is there needs to be a new Braveheart. The people from Ireland, not Ireland, Iran, they need to find their William Wallace, because we taking it. Where's your William Wallace at? They need their William Wallace. They need they need to have their rebels, so to speak. Because trust me, China and Russia, they can't wait to send them weapons in the cornflakes and in the powdered milk and all that. So you wanna travel and see the world? Now you're gonna have to go police that. And it can happen. It can get police. It can get done. Hey, they took Puerto Rico. They took Hawaii. Why don't they take Iran and stop playing games like they did in Kuwait, and they did in where's Saddam Hussein from? Where was he from?
Iran, Iraq?
No, Iraq. He was from Iraq. You know, so why isn't America? Why doesn't the United States of America have a city in Iraq? Are they afraid of the William Wallaces of our time that just ain't having it? I think the problem is we never went over there to take over. We went over there to slightly control. Slightly control. I'm gonna stick with this. Look, we got 6 more miles. We'll be able to
To get across the bridge?
yeah, we'll be able to get gas over the bridge. Instead of trying to get off here, 155th Street, then we got to go back to 145th. Or I got to cross down to that crappy ass Mobile, and that's $6 a gallon. No.
Okay.
Oh, we just got to push the damn thing. Call AAA and wait an hour and get some gas. We have AAA, so it is what it is. So now, I think we should take over the whole thing. Take it. Give me that. It's mine now. Now we're going to give you religion. Now we're going to give you school systems. We're going to give you welfare. And we're going to do you like the way we did the Puerto Ricans. And whatever, and the Hawaiians. And that's kind of funny because I kind of could pass for a Puerto Rican Hawaiian right now.
Right now?
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. And then we need to, then we need to make sure we do that with Venezuela. We need to put the government in charge, do all that. Let them create their William Wallaces. But it's hard to create a William Wallace when you give them welfare. See, William Wallace didn't have welfare. He had something different. And we know about war, and we know about humanity, and we know about people. You don't go into the town and rape all. That's over. You don't do that. A lot of animosity when you rape all the women, and you make and you kill all the boys, and you make the little girls call you daddy. It takes a couple of generations. You can get away with it, but you will be creating a William Wallace. So here in America, we know that if we give you welfare, we're going to bring those William Wallaces down. We're going to stifle those William Wallaces of the world. we're going to shut them down and make them conform. Let them get driver's licenses and Corvettes. And we'll bring prostitution so they can get blowjobs. And we'll bring in liquor so they can get drunk. And we can, and I would say in 20 years, Iran will be unrecognizable as a Muslim country. That's over. And then you have all the Israelis as police and firemen, have all those hot women put on some fireman outfits, and the AK-47s as cops. You have Israel policing all the streets of Iran. And then you slowly bring in the Iran people and let them work the way we do here in America. You have border jobs all over America that are 50 miles away from the border, and these people can't even speak English barely. Let me see your papers. Are you a United States American citizen? Be like, motherfucker, are you a United States American citizen? Can you even speak English, homeboy? Homegirl? And that's what they do. They brainwash the people. Right. And then here's another plot twist. The worry is the incels that'll be here in America, not incels, I take that back. The sleeper cells that'll be here in America. That's kind of funny, actually. All incels are potential sleeper cells, I tell you. More news at 11. So, you have these sleeper cell organizations that are possibly going to be able to take over, or not take over, promote massive fear. So you're sitting on the A train, and the guy walks in on the A train, and he's looking like the Aki way. And you start looking at him and you start saying, sure, sure, sure. Never forget the Bev. Never, never, never. Never, never, never forget the, let's not forget the Bev. Start thinking about that chopped cheese. You start thinking, and you're looking at him and you're going, is this guy good, or is this guy one of these sleeper cells we keep hearing about? And let me tell you, man, all they gotta do, all you gotta do is give us back that Second Amendment, where it would not be infringed. And you ain't gotta worry about none of that. We ain't gotta worry about waiting for the cops to come after somebody lets off some shots and takes out those, what was it? We were looking at that guy, he took out 16 old ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy took out 16 old ladies who's like a Somali or whatever have you. And then just the other day, yesterday or the day before, in Texas, there was some sort of Somalian with a shirt that said, property of Allah. And he takes out a bunch of people.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. I saw the girl with the police doing CPR. She was pumping on the chest. And I was like, really? Really? It looks so fake. But if we go by Elon Musk, it has to be real. It looks so fake. That's what Elon Musk said.
It has to be real.
It has to be real. It looks so fake. That's something to drink out. Super dry. Thank you. So, give us back that Second Amendment. So when I'm on an A train and I'm wondering if this Aki way is not going my way, he won't go too far. Because an armed society is a polite society. And that's a fact. That's a fact, y'all. So, give us back the Second Amendment. Don't leave it to all these states to decide who gets to carry and don't carry. Because it'd be kind of cool where I can have, I can have those pistols on my hip showing. None of that concealed weapon crap. That you need a permit for. You want to hide your weapon, you should have a permit for that. If you're not hiding it, I want to see it. I want to see it in your truck. I want to see it in the back seat. I want to see it on the dashboard. I want to see it on your hip. And if there's a business that doesn't want weapons in their business, or schools that don't want weapons in schools, you have the proper signage outside. I'm getting over a cold, as you can hear. I'll be better and I'm there, so. I'm feeling great, though. War. What is it good for? Absolutely everything. Ha! Good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again now. Whoa! Oh, good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again now. Please. War is definitely gonna improve a lot of stock market. You know how many people are selling stock right now? Oh my God, you could pick up some stock right now for pennies. Pennies, man. All the scared people. All these scared people jumping ship. It's a big opportunity to make some money right now. Some generational wealth, take 30 grand. Fuck getting that car. Get the $4,000 car. Don't get the $30,000 one. And get your stock game up. Right now is the time. I just checked our stock last night. We're up like fucking 14 grand. So, I'm happy. Whoa! Oh! Good God. What is it good for? The NASDAQ 500. Say it again. Oh! You see what's gold going on with gold? Over $5,000 an ounce for gold. What? Say what? Eat your heart out, Richard Nixon. Eat your damn heart out. Oh, 2 mile radius, you see it, right? We got 2 mile radius, we'd be good. We can usually get like 4 miles, 5 miles out of that 2 miles. Just dropped down to 1 mile. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not worried, not even a little bit. Anyway, you are appreciated for tuning in, listening to a guy who's just getting out of that. I had a lung thing going on. Over it, out of it, it's over. My nose was so stuffed that I was breathing out of my mouth, dried up my throat. I have such a sore throat from the pause. And I'm gonna be all right in the next day or so. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the war and how we need to take over the whole thing. The whole thing. Import, export. And if people want to get froggy, somebody got to die. But you want to live forever? You want to live forever? Forever? Forever, ever? Somebody got to die so I can live this life on my way to get gas. Somebody got to die for this. You want to go to Starbucks? You want to drive the Range Rover and your Toyota Corolla? You want to have your chopped cheese and your Mike subs? Somebody got to die for that. This is a lot of traffic. I don't know if I can go around.
Go around, get off.
No, if I get off, that's too far to go all the way to 193rd Street for gas. 180.
175th Street.
No, they got the gas right here by the police station.
Oh, okay.
We'll be all right, man. Worst case scenario, we don't have to worry. It does say 0 miles right there, but that's just the computer. There's still liquid in the damn tank.
Okay.
You heard? And we're gonna get off Route 4, and we're gonna go right there to where what's his name? The Wave God sends people up to be killed. What was that? That was the Holiday Inn, right? The Holiday Inn right there to the right. Go over there and get that $30,000 for me. So, anybody say anything?
Steve was asking about gas.
What was he asking?
How much gas was. He said it's the same price where he's at.
Okay. Yeah, we go to Brooklyn. It's like the cheapest. $2.69. Between $2.69 and $2.85 in Brooklyn. There's a couple of spots in the Bronx that's $2.79, $2.82. But for the most part, Brooklyn is the cheapest. Everywhere else is like $3 or $2.85. Good God. See, we should have took the upper level. That would have been the best move, right? But it's all good. It's moving now, finally. I don't want to go over 15 miles an hour just to keep it where we Gucci. And your navigation never showed you to go up to upper level?
I don't have the navigation on.
Oh, okay. It's all good. No one had any comments about my radical, we should take over government, schools, everything, give them welfare? No one had anything to say about that?
No.
What's wrong with y'all? Hit me in the comment section. Let me know how ridiculous I sound. Or how captivating. Look at my face. You are appreciated. And now, these are facts. And I love you. And don't worry, I will get gas. Even though it says 0 range. Should I keep them with me to prove it? Yeah, put the camera up there. 35 miles an hour. Unlike the 15 I said I wanted to do.
Maybe we should get off the first exit. Not the first. The first exit again.
Don't get off exit 4? The first exit?
Exit 4?
But the first exit is Palisades, baby. That's
Okay.
going north.
Okay.
You mean the second exit? I thought it's better.
Okay.
This, when you have the car, baby, you should always put some gas in it. Instead of saying, he'll get it later. Huh. Good God. What is it good for? See, we're going up the hill right now. And we go up the hill, the gasoline goes to this part of the gas tank, towards the rear, and that's how you can feel if you're really like almost out of gas. And it felt great just now. I didn't feel anything. I'm gonna take exit 4. I mean, Route 4. See, that's 73. Still going 35.
Number 400
My car says 0 range.
30.
Look at this person standing outside.
Begging.
He's like a regular guy. He's waiting for,
Right.
yeah, he's waiting for Tim. See, look, this is where Max B went. To the Best Western. This is where they killed that guy. I could be wrong. 279. Do we get cocky and just go to the next one? Damn it. 299?
269 Delta.
Did we shop at Delta?
Your tank glass.
These are all new pumps. These are BP pumps. Is this BP? What is this? Wait, what? How much is regular?
279.
How much is regular?
289.
289?
89?
289, right?
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Maybe why don't you get some? Maybe 0.
This is a little suspicious. Why would all 3 cars just drive off like that? All right. Boom. Big Elvis to Chef Rosenberg. I'm here at the gas station. Did not worry for a second. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. You are respected, appreciated, all that. Let me have 25 bucks. Regular.
Cash?
Cash. Baby, are y'all tightening the thing too tight? No, he got it.
I hope girls can't make it too tight for him.
Yeah, but don't even click it anymore. Just put it to right where you don't have to go the click because it gets stuck.
Okay. Copy.
Or just stop driving my car. Drive your car. We can do that.
Copy.
Boom.